sprint car driver is a breed apart. He is at once aggressive and cunning. He is a quick thinker with the ability to instantly turn his thoughts to action. Out of his helmet and driving suit, he may not look like a hero, but you can bet he is one just the same. His reactions can mean the difference between life and death. The great drivers of the 50s had these qualities and more. Tommy Hinnerschitz, the Flying Dutchman, used these skills to win over 100 features before his retirement. Troy Ruttman was a natural talent who rewrote the record books. Tony Bettenhausen always gave us a smile and enough thrills to last a lifetime. Little Johnny Thompson, the Flying Scot, stood only 5'7", but his skill and courage were bigger than life. He was twice named Eastern Sprint Car Champion and won 5 100-mile championship races. One-leg Bronco Bill Schindler had a large Eastern following. Dwayne Carter won races from coast to coast and fathered a 2-time sprint champion. Andy Linden always stood on the gas. Four-time IMCA champion Bobby Grimm. 55 Indy 500 winner Bob Swigert. Popular 1950 Indy winner Johnny Parsons. Johnny takes J.C. Agajanian's Roadster out for a qualification run. Little George Amick tapes his hands before a tough race on the dirt. Probably a new track record. Eddie Sachs, the Clown Prince, and always a top contender. Jimmy Bryan, the Arizona Cowboy, became a legend in his own time. Bryan, always the man to beat, had a style all his own. Tony looks relaxed. Bryan demonstrates his strength and style as he manhandles the Dean Van Lines championship car on the dirt. Accidents were commonplace in the 50s, and roll cages were unheard of. There was little concern for driver safety in those days. It's a miracle that so many survived. Unfortunately, too many didn't. Many factors contributed to serious crashes. Mechanical failures, over-anxious drivers trying to win the race on the first lap. Bouncing through the cushion and paying the price. There will be no pay today. The fast, high banks of the Midwest require tremendous concentration and finesse. slightest mistake could be your last. (1960), a new decade and a new generation of sprint car heroes is about to get underway. Young, tough Parnelli Jones is under control. Jim Hurtubise isn't too sure how this act is supposed to go. A.J. Foyt looks slightly uneasy. Don Branson, hero in both generations. IMCA champ Bobby Grimm talking with a rookie movie photographer. Wayne Weiler has a heavy foot. And so does young Jim Packard. In 1960, dirt tracks far outnumbered paved ones. Sprint car fans prefer the side-by-side wheel-banging action. At Terre Haute in the summer of 1961, Wayne Weiler tangled with Jim Hurtubise before Herc went on to win the race. Foyt, Hurtubise, and Jones are nearly unbeatable. Cotton Farmer takes the Frommer Offie through turn 1 at the new 5/8 mile in Indianapolis. All the top drivers are entered in this race on the eve of the Indy 500. Hurtubise runs the high groove and takes the lead. Foyt is running strong on the bottom of the racetrack and takes over first place. Johnny White spins. Roger McCluskey takes a bad spill. Foyt wins. The next day, he would win his first Indy 500. CRA starts its 1962 season at the California Midwinter Fair in El Centro. Trophy winner Bobby Unser. Colby Scroggins and Bobby Unser will be in the main event. Bob Hogle takes a tumble. Young Johnny Rutherford spins number 21. CRA makes its next stop at Ascot Park. Bob Coulter, Alan Heath, Bud Sterrett, and Dee Jones make up the trophy dash. Heath spins in turn 1. Allen will be moved to the back for the restart. Sterrett spins and Dee Jones takes the checker. Heath is a little upset with starter Shim Malone. Dee Jones enjoys the spoils of victory. So does fast qualifier Hank Henry. Steve Stapp buckles up. Sterrett, Scroggins, and Wayne Douglas await the start. Bill Cantrell is on the pole in number 2 with Stapp alongside. Al Sherman spins in turn 1. Heath paces. The Famighetti brothers watch as Lloyd Corbin takes a nasty flip. Heath winds her up, coming down the front stretch for the win. Real exciting. East Coast star Bobby Marshman straps in. Parnelli gives Jack Rounds a few pointers. Cotton Farmer and Leon Klum. Bob Marvin is in a roadster. It's the second race of the 62 USAC season, and the fast Eldora high-banked half-mile promises a great race. Hurtubise in number 56 is outside, with Stan Bowman right behind in number 11 as they race through turn 1. Number 66 spins. Stan Bowman leads. Johnny Rutherford, number 63, is 5th. Marvin is moving up. Marshman takes a little side trip. It's a tough battle for the top spots. Stan Bowman brings the Beck Construction Special home, the winner. Hugh Randall races to Salem for the 30-lapper on the high-banked paved half-mile. Drivers and crews make last-minute adjustments. Don Branson is in the constant hot number 3, and Parnelli Jones in the fight number 1. Parnelli brings the field down for the start. Branson leads, Jones is second. Chuck Brody spins and is rammed by Leon Klum. Branson holds on to first. The next stop is the fast dirt half-mile at New Bremen, Ohio. Johnny Rutherford looks good in qualifying. A.J. Foyt gets in a little too hot, but regains control and still posts a good qualification time. Don Davis stands on it through the turn. Parnelli always looks at home on the dirt. Jim Hurtubise has the pole in the Barnett Brothers Chevy, with Leon Klum on the outside in number 19. Hurt takes the lead from the start. Jim runs away from the field. It's another win for Hurtubise and his hot Chevy. Bud Tingelstad joins builder driver Don Brown, Elmer George, and the rest of the USAC regulars for the second IRP race. Foyt is on the pole in the Constant Hot number 3, with Jones alongside in the Fike Plumbing Special. Jones leads Foyt and Hurtubise on the first lap. Foyt passes Jones in turn 2. Foyt and Jones hold on to first and second. Hurtubise fades to fourth. Foyt gets the high sign from his crew and brings the Constant Hot Chevy in a winner. Hurtubise finishes 5th. Don Davis smokes the tires through turn 1. Car owner Bruce Homeyer congratulates Foyt. Don Davis likes the rough dirt of Terre Haute, and so does Al Miller. Bobby Marvin manhandles his roadster through the ruts. McCluskey has his hands full. Parnelli makes it look easy. Jim McElreath takes a scary ride, but it's nothing compared to the flip he took in an earlier midget race at this same track. Terre Haute is always a favorite stop on the USAC schedule. It's usually hot and dusty, but the fans and drivers love it. Hurtubise, Jones, and Foyt take the top spots once again. It's Herc's 4th win of the season. Next stop, Williams Grove, Pennsylvania. Chuck Hulse checks his tire pressure. Bobby Marshman gets a chance to see what he can do in the Fike Special. Easterner Jigs Peters is at home on this track. Marshman looks good. Hurtubise is on the pole with Foyt alongside. It's Hurtubise and Foyt. Don Brown spins. Foyt presses Herc. Herc drops out and Jigs Peters wins. Lancaster, New York proves to be a real challenge for McCluskey. Jones. And Foyt. Even local favorite Jigs Peters has trouble. Hurtubise makes it win number 6. The next Raceway Park show finds Jones on the pole, Branson on the outside. Parnelli leads going into turn 1. Beck's number 11 drops out. Jones is chased by Branson, Foyt, and McCluskey. Hurtubise and Davis run 5th and 6th. Davis is challenging McCluskey for 4th. It's still Jones and Branson running 1st and 2nd. Davis is putting on a show. Jones comes home the winner. Roger McCluskey returns to the constant hot seat and takes the lead in the 2nd Eldora 30 lapper. Don Brown slams the wall. McCluskey still leads with Hurtubise moving up. Bob Marvin has a close call. More action in turn 3. Chuck Engel moves into 2nd in car number 11. McCluskey wins his 1st race of the season. Bob Marvin finishes ahead of Hurtubise. McCluskey is a crowd pleaser. Jiggs Peters takes Joe Barsda's number 33 for a good qualifying run at New Bremen. Barsda and Peters talk it over. The first heat roars into turn 1 and Don Brown causes a chain reaction. Don Davis takes over Brown's car and Hurtubise pushes out for the semi-main in car number 12. It's a wild scramble into turn 1. Jiggs Peters tangles with Davis and spins. "14 cars start the main event. Branson, number 93, holds off a charge by McCluskey and leads. Foyt is 3rd. McCluskey continues to press Branson. Branson takes the win, followed by McCluskey and Foyt. Winchester is the oldest half-mile on the USAC circuit. First built in a cornfield in 1914, it has always been very fast and unforgiving. Cornelli is ready to push off and qualify. Jones sets a new one-lap track record of 18.06 seconds, averaging just under 100 miles per hour. Chuck Hulse clowns for the camera as he goes out to qualify. Oh well, better luck next time. The cars are lined up for the fast heat. McCluskey qualified at the exact same time as Jones, and they share the front row. As they race out of turn 2, Parnelli has the lead. Chuck Arnold slams the fence in turn 1. Chuck's disappointed, but not hurt. Parnelli is really flying around the hills and wins with a new 8-lap track record. Ralph Liguri, Ronnie Duman, Bobby Baum, and Chuck Engel line up for the semi. Hulse and Duman set the pace. Chuck has the edge coming down for the start and holds the lead through the first lap. More trouble for Chuck Arnold. Hulse leads every lap to win the 10-lap semi-main. Parnelli is leading in the points chase and is the favorite to win the feature. Jones and McCluskey bring the 14-car field down for the start. Jones takes a slight lead as McCluskey, Alan Crow, and the rest of the field battle it out. Roger is dogging PJ's every move, looking for the place to pass. Time, they are lapping the back of the field. Chuck Rhodey spins A.J. Watson's number 9. Roger makes his move and takes over the lead in turn 3. McCluskey wins and sets yet another new track record. New Bremen, September 9th. Foyt is back at the wheel of Watson's number 9. Parnelli is in need of a win to keep his point lead. In the fast heat, Foyt goes high to take the lead. McCluskey challenges on the bottom. Roger takes over first ahead of Foyt and Jones. McCluskey wins. Just time for a quick drink before the main event. Once again, the front row is made up of Jones and McCluskey. Chuck Booth takes over number 5. It's a fast field and anxious for the start. Jones goes to the top and takes the lead. It's Jones, McCluskey, Booth, Davis, and Elmer George in that order. Jones is long gone. Jim McElreath pulls out of the action. Joe Pittman shows Parnelli his lead. Rogers' crew urges him on. Jim Hemmings has a long way to go. Jones takes another win. McCluskey settles for second. Jones and Foyt race into the first turn. Parnelli and A.J. bang wheels, sending Foyt into a spin. Peters and Branson are taken out in the fray. Jones goes on to win. Leroy Newmeyer and Hurtubise get ready to race. Jiggs Peters and Roger McCluskey roar into the first turn. Peters leads. McElreath spins. Jiggs wins the heat. Jones and Tingelstadt get together on the start. Peters gets bumped a little as well. Parnelli is first, trailed by Foyt, Tingelstadt, McCluskey, and Peters. Just a little out of the groove. Don Brown holds down 10th spot, but spins going into turn 1. Jones still leads, but Foyt is trying everything to pass. Parnelli wins and becomes USAC National Sprint Car Champion for the second year in a row. It's that time of year again. CRA starts the 63 season with a 2-day meet at El Centro. Alan Heath, the one-armed wonder known as the Splendid Splinter, gives the fans an exhibition of spinning. Bobby Unser takes the green flag for his qualification run. Bobby sets fast time for the day. Unser lines up for the trophy dash with Ed Lockhart, Russ Moyna, and Ray Douglas. Unser takes the lead, running the low groove. Lockhart spins out, taking Douglas with him. Restart. Alan Heath replaces Lockhart and jumps into the lead. Unser is giving it everything he's got, but Heath wins the dash. Car owner Vel Meletic congratulates his driver. CRA hot dog Bobby Hogle won the second day's trophy dash and explains how he intends to receive his trophy and victory kiss. Hogle and Heath pace the first heat. Heath grabs the lead ahead of Hogle in second and Unser in third. Unser spins in turn 4. Heath wins. Bobby doesn't look too happy. Bob Coulter looks relaxed. Gordon Woolley, the Texas outlaw, mounts his favorite knobby tire. Bob McCoy in the white and red number 8 and Gordon Woolley in the black number 8 take the main event field into the first turn. McCoy leads with Woolley second and the rest fighting for third. McCoy looks tough. Up to third and challenges the leaders. Woolley drives past McCoy. Hogle crashes through the first turn fence, leaving the Morales brothers offie in a heap. Back under green, Woolley is long gone. A spin in turn 3 causes a pileup. No one is laughing at Woolley's skinny tire now as he wins the second race in 2 days in the Don Shepard Chevy. Alan Heath gives the Vels Ford Special a workout at Ascot. He just can't resist taking a little spin. Notice his one-arm style through the turns. Stan McElrath, Billy Cantrell, Bob Coulter, and Heath race into the first turn. McElrath spins, causing the dash to restart. Cantrell gives the others a driving lesson as he takes the lead. Always a popular winner. When the green flag flies at Ascot, it's always thrill-a-minute racing. USAC on the infamous Langhorne Mile. A.J. Foyt boots Wally Meskowski's Chevy home for another win. Midget veteran Bob Tattersall buckles up for the Eldora feature. All the regulars are back for the '63 USAC season, including Troy Ruttman making a comeback. McCluskey and Hulse bring him down for the start. It's a three-way battle as McCluskey, Hulse, and Alan Crow fight for the lead. Crow takes over the lead and wins his first USAC main event in the Iddings Special. Grandpa Don Branson climbs into his Offie and buckles up for the 30-lap feature at New Bremen. McCluskey has the pole and is looking forward to his second win of the season. Crow won last week and feels confident. Al Miller always runs hard. Hulse will start 6th. McCluskey and Tingelstad lead the field into a fast start. McCluskey leads, Miller is 2nd, and Marshman 3rd. It's still McCluskey, Miller, and Marshman. Hulse and Branson hold down 5th and 6th. McCluskey is having an oiling problem. Marshman has taken over 2nd. Hulse is 4th and Branson 5th. Herc struggles. Roger's oiling problem is getting worse. Alan Crow has flipped in turn 3, and 5 cars are involved. Engel is upside down also. Everyone escaped injury except Crow. Sadly, just 1 week after his first victory, he dies from injuries suffered in this crash. On the restart, McCluskey leads Marshman, Miller, and Hulse. Miller and Marshman tangle in turn 3. McCluskey hangs on to win. Hulse steals 2nd. Veteran Judd Larson makes a surprise comeback to racing by entering the IMCA race at Des Moines. Jerry Blundy is always tough. Wily veterans Pete Foltz and Gordon Woolley. 62 IMCA champ Johnny White goes out to qualify on the fairgrounds half-mile. He gets in the corner a little too hard, but he'll have it fixed in time for the race. Judd looks calm, cool, and collected. To Pete Foltz and Sonny Helms, it's just another race. Jerry Blundy, number 39, and Johnny White, number 1, occupy the front row. Blundy jumps into the lead with White 2nd and Larson way back in the pack. Jim McCune spins. Lundy is being pressured by White and Herschel Wagner. Larson is moving up. White is trying to hang on to second. Lundy still leads. As bad as this looks, there were no serious injuries. Lundy has a firm grip on first. Herschel Wagner has moved into second. Jerry Blundy wins his second main event of the season. Larson finished well in his comeback debut. Jerry looks pleased. IMCA boss Frank Winkley gives his impression of a drill instructor at St. Paul. Sonny Helms thought he had a good hiding place. The one and only Buzz Barton. Herschel Wagner of Hickman Mills, Missouri. Harold Leap of Wichita. Carl Williams of Kansas City are some of the 50 drivers entered in the two-day races at St. Paul. Dick Gaines spins out in one of the preliminaries. Red Amick out of Muncie, Indiana. Local favorites, Scratch Daniels. Harold Leap is getting special instructions from Red Lampelius. Everything's in place. Helms is a little edgy. Jerry Reichert is ready for a tough race. Barton likes this fast half mile. As always, St. Paul draws a great crowd to watch the sprint cars as they race into turn 1. Helms takes over first. Red Amick steals the lead by running the low groove. Scratch Daniels puts a move on Helms for second. Riding the cushion, Daniels gets by Amick. Buzz Barton spins out. Daniels and Helms are running on the edge. Gradually pulls away to win his second race in 2 days. Jerry Scratch Daniels banked nearly $2,000 for his weekend's work. IMCA scheduled 52 races for the '63 season, and most are special attractions at county fairs. Larson is back, now driving the Pete Mocha Offie. Pete Foltz in the famous Black Deuce and Judd Larson in the Gold and Red number 2 bring the anxious field down for the green flag. Larson has the lead. Gordon Woolley takes second from Foltz. Larson looks like his old self. Woolley is running a strong second. Foltz hangs on in third. Woolley makes a charge on Larson and passes him to take the lead. Foltz continues to maintain third. Jim Mohan is in fifth. Just a couple of seconds separate the leaders. It's the last lap, with Woolley still in the lead and Larson second. Woolley poses with Al Sweeney and will win the 63 IMCA Sprint Car Crown. It's back to USAC sprints at the Terre Haute Action Track. Johnny White has joined USAC. Steve Stapp found the quick way around and is congratulated by Roger McCluskey. Racers travel from all parts of the country to race at the fast Terre Haute track that has been thrilling fans since 1952. The cars and drivers are lining up for the feature. Chuck Holtz has the pole with McCluskey on the outside and Steve Stapp starting third. The crowd is anxious for the start. 3 abreast through turns 1 and 2. McCluskey is first. McCluskey is pulling away from Holtz in second and Stapp in third. Hurtubise moves to fourth. Foyt is fifth in the A.J. Watson Offie. McCluskey leads by 2 seconds over Holtz. Hurtubise is working on Stapp with Foyt right on their heels. The Constant Hot Special is hot today. Kirk tries to get around Stapp on the outside. Hurtubise is slowing in turn 3. Jim's out for the day. Roger is still pulling away from Holtz. Foyt is leaning on Stapp in third. Just a few more laps. Foyt finally passes Stapp in turn 4. McCluskey wins. Holtz is second. It's McCluskey's 3rd win of the season. Marshman picked up a few blisters. The DuQuoin, Illinois State Fairgrounds has the most beautiful 1-mile dirt track in the country. Parnelli Jones is right at home on this fast dirt mile. AJ likes the high groove. Bob Mathauser is going to buy a little fence. There's a great field of cars here today. Hurtubise is in a great mood. I'm not too sure about Foyt. Mickey Shaw leads the pack for the start of the first heat. Johnny Rutherford is challenging for first on the outside as Foyt moves to the low groove. Rutherford takes the lead ahead of Foyt in second and Shaw third. It's a nip-and-tuck battle for first. Foyt gets Rutherford going into turn one. This is the first race for Foyt's new sprinter. AJ has to be pleased. Parnelli Jones and AJ Foyt make up the first row for the 25-lap main event. It's Foyt and Jones side by side with Marshman pressing. Foyt still leads with Marshman into second ahead of Jones. Hurtubise takes over third. PJ is through for the day. Rutherford, running fifth, slams the fourth turn fence. AJ has his new sprinter humming in first place. Branson is fourth. Foyt is still leading and Marshman hangs on to second. Foyt wins easily with Marshman finishing second. McCluskey won 7 main events and the 1963 USAC Sprint Car Championship. Be sure to watch for Sprint Car Classics Volume 2. It promises to be just as sensational as Volume 1.